modelers. So today I just want to give you a little bit of an update and just kind of a little mini lesson to add just a little bit of character to your F4 Phantom. So as you can see, I've got it painted up pretty well on the top and the bottom. And method that I use, so I started out, as you've probably seen in the previous videos, is started out with black and did more of a black basing technique. And that's what has kind of created a little bit more of some interest in some of those panel lines. But we're going to even go in and create a little bit more with that nuance there. Looks like I might need a little bit of sanding there, just noticed. So with the bottom, you can see a little bit of stuff that I've already done. We're going to replicate that on the top. So I've got just your insignia white, but I've gone in and I've got some different areas where I've got it a little bit darker. And then I've got some areas where I've gone in and gone with some lights. So like right here, that's just regular white. And then some different panels that we get into regular white. And it just adds a little bit more intrigue rather than just have insignia white just everywhere. So with that, I've got my Sotar here. And I'm just going to pick out a few areas. I've looked at some reference photos and it's pretty clean aircraft, but there's got to be some areas where they've done some touch-ups. So that's what we're going to paint. And now for the challenging part of doing this on camera. But there we go. So I imagine touch-up. Probably an area is a little bit right there. And seen a little bit of touch up with that panel, whatever that panel does. And that looks very stark. I'm wondering why. Let me check. Did I grab the wrong paint? Nope. Interesting. So, I'm not sure what's going on there. I might have to add a lot more white. Or it's a lot thinner. Different nozzle. Why is that looking quite a bit different? Yeah, obviously not scripted. So I'm going to use this as actually my darker. So I'm going to put in here. So I don't know if just there's a lot of heat or whatever that gets into right in there, and so it gets pretty messy, and so I'm gonna make those areas a little bit dark in there. Okay, just that, and then in there. Okay, so we've got a little bit of contrast. It's more in life. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. And then let's add it into right in here. Get in there. It's kind of random, but not random in a way, you could say. And then other side. Okay, now let's do a few areas on the wings. Okay, so yeah, interesting how does add some intrigue to that. Don't know what's going on exactly. So I'm going to actually add some more white to this because I want to add some panels that were kind of touched up a little bit, right? And add multiple colors. So let me add some more white to this and go from there. All right, so I've been doing some experimenting. I'm gonna have to come back to the lighter shade, but what I've been finding is this 315 Mr. Color online has been the closest match kind of thing. And then I've got number 11, light gold gray. And this is a bit off. So I'm going to take advantage of that because, you know, in the field, maybe they didn't have the good stuff that they had out, you know, ashore. So I'm going to do a few touch-ups with this. Just right in there. This is definitely darker, so I'm going to use that to good effect. And these lines here. Okay, and same thing on the back. A little port side. There, and then let's see. Right there. Just looking for different places where they might have had to do some touch up at some point when they're deployed. This particular set was pretty much factory fresh paint. They repainted on one of their deployments, but after a lot of missions, it must have had to do plenty of touch-ups, and that's what I'm trying to replicate. There. Some places in the rear. Okay. And then the wing. And that joint had to have some touch-up. Okay, so there we go. And now I'm gonna just go for broke and just put like 50% white, 50% 315, and see what that comes out with, and hopefully we can get some little more light tones in here. All right, let's see how this goes. Got a lot of white. And just trying to look at the AS13 that they kind of have on there. I'm wondering if my paint is too thin, but if that is the case, it should be too dark because I have black basing. So, I don't know, but let's see. Some contrast in here. There's going to be the walkway, so let's see. Maybe after weathering, it'll give me a little more difference. I don't know. Let's do some touch-ups here. That's weird. Interesting. I don't know. I might have to do some more follow-up coats of just 315 and see why I'm just getting, no matter how much white I put in, it just seems to not do much of anything. Yeah, so, but whatever's going on with my paint, you can see what kind of the technique that I'm trying to do. So, this side, do some lighter touch up. And you could even do some post shading marbling with this. Might toy more with doing some things with the Masterpiece Models Stencil. Curious. Okay, that gives me a little bit of something on the wings. I like that. So we're going to continue. So right now we're very much in an experimentation phase because it's not working the way it normally does. And that can come to some pretty interesting stuff if we just stumble upon a new technique. Did that with some natural metal last night. And here. Well, whatever it is, I like it. So I'm going to keep that. Part of it looks a little drastic right now because shiny and flat, but some of that's going to be toned down. And I can also bring it back a little bit by just getting into the overall spray. Tone that down a bit. But that's looking where I want it to. Oh, we got to put on the front. This is where we're going to see some definite need for this in the field. Bingo. Okay. So I'm liking that. It's hard to go much lighter than that, but and I don't know if the box art is anything to really use as a reference. Probably what I'll need to do is after this video, take some of my videos, the pictures, archive photos, which Vietnam era would be better than anything I'm used to in the World War II, right? But get in and look at some reference to try to make sure that the paint color is right. Because according to the paint, I think it was ARC forums that I found this, that 315 is just about golden when it comes to match to the actual paint chart. So, yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit more just over, make sure that I've got the right color going on. And then I'm going to do some more stuff with the Tamiya decals, which these ones have been pretty awesome so far. So we'll do some more playing around with that. And then we're going to get into the next steps in weathering. I'm going to show you some streaks. I'm going to show you some other stuff. But yeah, the next while this afternoon is going to be playing with this 315. See if I can get it to be the right shade. So until next time.